Welcome to the RepFinder tutorial. You are watching this tutorial because you want to set up a manufacturer's representative network to sell the products and services your company provides. The RepFinder helps you create a list of prospective manufacturers' representatives to contact. Before we start, let's spend just a moment discussing your goal, and that is to sign up the most professional manufacturer's representatives willing to work with you. The reason is simple. The more professionally they operate their business, the more they sell for you, period. From the professional manufacturer's representative's perspective, they want to find the highest quality principal willing to work with them. And quality is not defined by product or customer service alone. It's defined by how well the manufacturer understands the relationship and supports the manufacturer's representatives in their selling efforts. The more understanding and support there is, the more the manufacturer becomes the emotional favorite of the manufacturer's representative. When that happens, the more time they spend on your line, and the more they sell for you. The overall goal is to create long-term and mutually profitable relationships. So, let's get started. Log in to the member area of the website and click on RepFinder, where manufacturers go to find new reps. Click on Begin Search. This takes you to Step 1, where you select product classifications. Manufacturers' representatives represent multiple complementary but not competitive companies. Think of your customers and ask yourself what other products or services do they purchase. Use those in your selection, as well as the classification that best describes what you do. If you select only what you provide, when you contact them, most will tell you they represent a competitor. The conversation ends there. Let's move on. For the tutorial example, let's assume your company manufactures pumps. The person who buys pumps also purchases controls and instrumentation, tubing and pipe, valves, and fittings. Let's also add process equipment and pumps. You include pumps because there are many types of pumps, and the ones that they carry may not compete with yours. Because they don't currently carry a pump line but want one, some manufacturers' representatives include pumps in their profiles. By selecting that product classification, their company appears on the lists of those looking for manufacturers' representatives that sell pumps. Go to the bottom of the page. You may notice there is a keyword search option. Enter keywords that represent products your manufacturer's representatives may represent, separated by commas. Please do not enter any keywords in the window if you selected product classifications. Use one or the other, but never both at the same time. If you do, the results will be very, very limited. Now click Continue. Step 2 is to select the territories you want to fill. While your initial thought may be to select all the states for your first search, we recommend not doing that for several reasons. First, it takes time to conduct a proper and effective interview, so work on your most critical territory first. Complete your research and finalize the contact list for the first territory. Then start the interview process. Once that's underway, go back and select your second most important territory. By waiting, you now add any new member who joined since you ran the first search. For our example, we'll choose Illinois, Indiana, Michigan, and Ohio. Next, click Continue. The final step is to review the results. Depending on the product classifications and territories you selected, the number of results that first come up may be significant and overwhelming. In our example, 215 results came up. Also note that you are limited to 350 downloads. If a greater number comes up, go back and reduce the number of territories until this number drops below 350. Download these results into an Excel file, as this makes the analysis much easier. The Excel file provides the company name, the primary contact, the address, the phone, fax, toll-free number, email address, website, how long they have been in business, how long they have been MANA members, how many outside salespeople they employ, a description of the territory they cover, and a description of the products and services they provide. Here's the first tip on how to narrow down the list. If you look at the state column, you'll find many are located outside the territories you selected. If you want manufacturers' representatives to be located in the states you selected, filter the Excel sheet to display only those states. To filter, look for the Data function on the toolbar, click on that, and then on Filter. Once you do, notice the drop-down arrow on the top of each column. Go to the State column and click on this arrow. This opens a dialog box with all states checked. Click Select All to clear the check marks. Then select the state or states you want to fill first. For our example, we'll select Illinois, Indiana, Michigan, and Ohio, then click OK. Notice now that all the manufacturers' representatives listed are located in these states. The list is now smaller and more manageable. Another tip on how to create a more focused list is to take into account the natural selection process. If you look at the P column that provides the number of outside salespeople employed by the manufacturer's representative firm, you will notice a wide spread in numbers, while the N column tells you how long they have been in business. The natural selection process is simple. If you are a large, well-established company with significant existing sales volume, you can successfully contact larger, well-established manufacturers' representative companies. The converse is also true. If you are a new and smaller but growing company, you may need to focus on newer and smaller manufacturers' representative businesses. Just because they may be new and smaller does not imply a lack of professionalism, so don't count them out. The final tip is to sort the results by the website column, with those businesses that have websites listed at the top. Those with websites tend to operate at a higher professionalism level than those without. The websites also provide more information than what the manufacturer's representative supplies when they join Manna. We hope you found this tutorial helpful. We recommend you invest some time prior to contacting the prospects on the list and learn how to conduct an effective interview process. Log into the member area of the Manna website and look for the Steps to Being a Quality Principal Program link. Then click on Step 2, selecting the right manufacturer's rep. Please call 877-626-2776 if you need further assistance.